Well, I've got the big orange filter now mounted where I wanted it, and it is maybe not the absolutely ideal position simply because the top of the filter itself is slightly below the top of the holding tank. But I had to compromise on that location simply because with the 50-gallon tank that's in here now, it's quite a bit taller than the old tank, and of course I'm dealing with the height of the deck, which is limiting how high the filter can go. But I have the lines all running nice and high above the level of the tank, right up until where they come into the filter itself. And I use clear braided line simply for the reason that a quick visual, I can pop this open, filter's right there, take a look at the lines. If I ever feel that there's been overflow from the tank itself, which should never happen, but if it were to happen, I would have that quick visual. Like I say, I can disconnect those lines quickly, blow them out, clean them out, and get at the filter and replace the filter media, which is those charcoal. Looking down into the build, you can see where it is mounted. Right back here, which is right beside the tank. It is suggested from the manufacturer of the Big Orange that this could be mounted right at the top of the tank. Of course, screwing down and sealing the holes, because the tank should never fill right to the top. In fact, the way that I have the inlet plumbed, the inlet line, the top of that line had to be minimum an inch from the top of the tank, and then you have an 1.5 inch hole, so obviously it's 2 inches from the top of the tank, which is going to be basically the fill level. And with this funky sensor system that I have on there for the meter that will show our capacity and where we're at, we should never have an issue with overflow again. Had that once, first couple weeks that we had the boat, after the first pump, actually, as a matter of fact. So we have the inlet from the tank itself coming in on this side, and then the outlet. And if you recall, I plumbed that into the existing outlet line that's going past the fuel tank, and then down the port side of the hull, and then out, venting out the side. Clearly I didn't have access to that, so I just put a coupling in there, connected that through. The vent from the tank is immediately behind it. I have some nice chafe protection. It's zip tied to the bracket of the tank itself, so that doesn't move, fall down, drop lower, or anything else. I have some chafe protection, some rubber, heavy density rubber behind it. It's nice clamp tight, so there's not going to be any chafe protection, chafing issues, I should say. And as well, I have the both lines zip tied together, so they're all nice, safe, happy, way up high. And along with that, I zip tied my electrical lines, my feeds, to the monitor system to that. So everything's nice high. I got the chafe protection on the wiring running past the exhaust. Obviously nothing is touching each other. The only two things that are touching are the exhaust hose and pipe, but that's the way it was from the factory. I just got to get a couple of bigger zip ties, put them together. That's how the boat came, and that should all be good. A great benefit that I'm looking forward to with the Big Orange filter system is the fact that to get at this media, one just simply unlocks that, and this whole thing slides out as a tray. 4 screws, pop them off, dump the old charcoal, and then refill it. Boom, 4 screws back in, snap it into place, and you're good. Now the charcoal is supposed to last for a full season. It's recommended change it every season. I already have, of course, that's fill from my installation, and I have a spare set of media, the charcoal, for next season. The benefit of having that, as opposed to the tube type ones that come from the factory, that was mounted at the very top of the tank, and it was clearly difficult. Now the batteries haven't been installed yet. That's my next job on this project, but I would have to crawl over that to get at the filter, undo the hose clamps on either side, snap it up and out and bring it towards me. It was a pain in the butt. So that's why I sought out the Big Orange filter, and I'm going to be definitely more pleased with that.